What's up, everybody? On the Podcast Now Plus, I'm Alex, and in this video, I want to talk about Kena Bridge of Spirits' delay. Now, obviously, I know this was several days ago. This happened on Wednesday. I'm doing this video for Sunday, but I want to have a discussion about it because I actually think that where it's at now is in a better situation than where it was when it was supposed to come out. Okay, so not necessarily about the news, although if you guys missed out on the news, Kena Bridge of Spirits, the game that is on PS4, PS5, and also PC, all three digital only, at least to start, was supposed to come out, I should say, right, on August 24th. Okay, that was the initial release date for that game. In fact, it was probably supposed to be even earlier. Remember, there were early Sony advertisements that said March, and then they announced, I believe, well, and actually this game was supposed to come out, I believe, last year, actually last November, December. It was supposed to be a launch day game, and remember, they pushed it into 2021. So it's been delayed a few times, but this one was specifically mentioned for fixing bugs and making sure, it comes out and it's in a good state, basically, when it comes out to us. I have no problem with that. I support a delay like that 100%, as long as the game comes out in a better situation or a better just standing than it would have. Obviously, the delay is worth it. This is one of my most anticipated games of the rest of the year. You guys may or may not know, right? I've talked this game up a lot for the past year and a half, ever since it was announced. I'm not gonna claim I'm the #1 fan, because I know there's a lot of other people out there, but I am one of the #1 supporters, I would say, online in terms of like making videos and stuff. So that's the news. It got pushed from August 24th to now September 21st. So it didn't get pushed all that much. Thank God, right? Thank God it didn't get pushed like 3, 4, 5, 6 months. It was only about a month, right? Maybe slightly less than a month. And I think it's better. So, let's talk about this. I actually made a video last Sunday, I believe, where I talked about basically a lot of the stuff that comes out in August, right? And in that video, we talked about how, some of these games could, in a way, be in trouble. Even though I don't like to paint it like that, they could be in trouble just because they're all releasing right next to each other. So these are just the games that I'm interested in. Back 4 Blood's beta is from the 5th through the 9th. Then that's the closed beta. The open beta is the 12th through 16th. You also have Hades, which comes out pretty much on every console but the Switch, because it already came out, on August 13th. You have the game 12 Minutes, which is an Xbox exclusive, but it's also a Game Pass game as well. You get it for free. August 19th. That's a game I'm really into, and I really don't think very many other people are into, but it's a game that's releasing. You have Ghost of Tsushima, the Director's Cut, which comes out August 20th. So that's a huge one. Huge. Whether it's the first time you're playing Ghost or the second time, right? You're going back into it. Aliens Fireteam Elite is the 24th, same day as what was going to be Kena. Okay, it would be Aliens Fireteam Elite and Kena. And then the next day, the 25th, would be Psychonauts 2. Again, a game that comes out on quite a few different systems, but it's also a Game Pass game that you would get for free if you have Game Pass. So that's a lot. You also have Black Panther coming to Marvel's Avengers, which we don't know the date for yet. And those are just the games, again, that interest me. I think there are, and people have kind of made notice of other games that are releasing. So there's a lot. There's a lot of games that are coming out. Kena would have literally come out the same day as Aliens Fireteam, a day before Psychonauts, 4 days after Ghost of Tsushima, 5 days after 12 Minutes. So that's a lot of stuff going on all in one situation. Now, September isn't like a night and day. September actually has quite a few things coming out. And again, these are just games, or these are games I have moderate interest in. I actually wrote more of these down for September in terms of just like any game that comes out. Sonic Colors, that remaster, is the 7th of September. Life is Strange True Colors, again with colors, September 10th. Lost in Random, which is an EA indie game, comes out the 10th. Deathloop comes out the 14th. Kena comes out the 21st. Diablo 2 Remaster, or Remake, whatever it is, comes out the 23rd. Death Stranding's Director's Cut comes out the 24th, as well as the game Lost Judgment from Sega. And then Life is Strange Remastered comes out the 30th. Again, I know there's other games that are releasing. Those are just kind of the ones that stood out to me. I'm not going to get all the ones I listed, but they're like the bigger named ones. So, again, is it perfect? No, but now Kena comes out a week after anything before it. So, like, Deathloop comes out 1 week before it. Life is Strange, I guess, would probably be the next big one before that, which is the 10th. So you got 11 days in between Life is Strange. You have a week in between Deathloop. 2 days later, you have Diablo 2. But, very different kinds of games. I don't know if the same person necessarily is going to get both. 3 days after, you'd have Death Stranding. But look, I love Death Stranding. I actually really like it. It's one of my favorite games of 2019. But the thing with Death Stranding is it sold all its copies in the first week or first month, and then it literally died. Like I'm happy. They've said they've sold 5 million units or over 5 million copies. Fantastic. I believe 3 or 4 million were in the first month. So the game is just, it had its fans, it had Kojima fans, all that stuff, including myself. I bought it day one. You bought it day one, and then nobody else bought it afterwards, which is pretty disappointing, honestly, but that's kind of the case. So I don't know how big of a splash the director's cut of that game is going to make, right? And then again, Lost Judgment, that's a very, if you're a Yakuza fan, if you're a Sega, if you're that kind of, I guess if you're a Judgment fan, right? There's reason for that. And then again, another Life is Strange remaster. So I actually think Kena, well, look, I would say it's coming out around bigger games. This month, it would come out, right after Ghost of Tsushima, which I would argue is bigger than most of the games that are releasing next month, even though it's just a director's cut. But because of the DLC, because of Iki Island, I would argue it's a bigger game. But besides Ghost of Tsushima this month, all of the other games are very much niche games. Not everybody's playing Psychonauts 2. Not everybody's buying and playing 12 minutes. You know what I mean? There's probably a couple thousand people that are playing 12 minutes and that's it. Again, disappointing to me, but that's literally the way it is. I'm not going to argue it. So, next month, Deathloop, that is a big game, a PS5 only game in terms of consoles, but a game that also obviously comes out on PC. Okay, so I would still argue Kena is coming out at a better time, but it's just coming out around bigger games next month. A new Life is Strange, like them or not, they are a bigger deal than a 12 minutes or a Psychonauts 2. Maybe not. I don't know how big. Maybe the Psychonauts community is massive, and I just don't know it, right? But I still think Kena, because of placement, because it's a little bit further away from things versus what it would be this month, I actually think it's better for it. October is insane. You don't want to go into October. That's another thing, right? In fact, you can go forward in time. So it's coming out the 21st. If it were to come out, say, the 28th, you're getting into, because the first couple weeks of October, you got Battlefield, you got Far Cry, you have Back 4 Blood, you have a lot of games that are in October. So it's in a good spot, I believe. And I hope people buy it. I hope people play it. So let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Were you disappointed at the delay? Are you still getting it? You getting it in the first place? Let me know. As always, make sure if you guys aren't already, you guys are subscribed, bell icon turned on so you know all these videos go up. We're approaching 4,000 subscribers, and we need your help, but we're doing fantastic here. I'm really, really happy at the support you guys have given this channel. Really, really happy. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all on tomorrow's video.